Following is a Goulash Media production. goulashmedia.net.
I'll make questionable decisions. I'll be invincible as soul. Judge me for my sins. If I'm your image.
Right here at PorcFest 2021 with the legendary Twitter troll himself, Pete Quinones. Pete, have I pronounced your name right finally?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Am I pronouncing that correctly, sir?
No.
Okay. Would you like to help me out?
It's Quinones.
Quinones. Quinones?
Keen. Like a keen, like Keen and Yon as.
Peter Q. What brings you out to PorcFest this year, man?
I was asked to come, so
That helps.
they wanted to talk about the documentary, and then I knew I'd have a chance to talk at a couple other things. I talked at Richard Grove's part of his autonomy today, and got up on stage with Dave and Angela yesterday for Part of the Problem.
Dave and we probably disagree on some tactics a little bit, but I'm looking out there and I literally see the Twitter trolls. Don't stop. Meme them until they cry, and then push them to self-harm.
That was a lot of fun. So
It was awesome.
it's the first time I've ever been up here. It's freaking gorgeous, and yeah, can't wait till next year.
So did you come here to wreak havoc on the population as you, does the Twitter persona, does that leak out into real life? Do these people have the right to be afraid of Pete Q in real life?
I'm not, unless they're gonna do something to me, threaten me, which they've done in the past. But
So how many Twitter trolls have you punched over the last couple days?
I only punched Nazis, so none. I haven't seen any Nazis here, even though I've spent most of my time in the Mises Caucus tent.
Looking to join the alt-right. Do you have any names of those white nationalists?
Nick Fuentes, that fucker.
What would you say to people who are thinking about coming out to PorcFest from your experience over the last couple days? What have you seen here that would, entice the populace to come out and, hear some new messaging?
Book early, so that you have a spot that you like. If you want to camp here or you want to get a hotel room or something like that, book early, buy early, because I have a feeling this is going to be as crowded every year as it is this year. There's something for everyone here. I mean, you see the Mises Caucus kind of guys, but I mean, there are obviously left anarchist hippies here and everything like that, and everybody's just cool with each other, and everybody's doing commerce, and there's a free market going on right here, and it's probably as close as we're going to get to Ancapistan.
Oh, yeah. Last time I had you on the show, you had just finished up your last documentary. Now you're working on a new one. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be a documentary on the history of policing in the United States and where it's been, where we think it's going, and how we think it could be fixed, even within the system, not just living in Ancapistan in our heads. How can it be fixed now? And I'm going to concentrate a lot on that.
Anarchist does not mean you want chaos. That just means I want to be responsible for myself. I don't want to master.
Is it going to be 17 hours long?
And what I said yesterday on that panel was keep it at 90 minutes. And if my guys are hearing me talk about this, I told them we had to get Monopoly down to 90 minutes, but they wanted to keep it at 105. Let's keep it at 90 minutes, guys.
Well, it's a little bit hard to solve all the world's problems in 90 minutes. Do you have any? You've also spoken on how to do libertarian messaging in film and that type of thing. How do you condense so much information down to 90 minutes without, sacrificing some of the art?
You don't. If you're interviewing people, you have to find the soundbite. The soundbite is something that'll stick in somebody's mind. That's why, after you do the interviews, you pour through looking for the zinger or something like that. And that's all you can do in 90 minutes is you're just planting seeds at that point. And if the person goes back and rewatches it, obviously it's going to sink in, but you're just planting seeds. And maybe a month down the road, somebody says, so one of their friends goes, yeah, I read this book by Murray Rothbard. And they're like, where did I know that name from? Oh, it was in that documentary. And you just, something will be there.
And what is the release date plan for that?
That's the one thing that I learned in documentary filmmaking that you do not say, is what the release date's going to be, because it's done when it's done.
This is like an introductory documentary that just is like a grand overview of everything that has to do with anarchism the way we see it. And now it's time to start breaking some of those things down and really getting into the weeds on the worst things that the state does.
So I'm going to give you the mic. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. It's been awesome hanging out with you this week. Take the mic, tell the people whatever, anything that you want, anything you want to promote or plug, or just if you want to go on a rant, whatever you feel like.
Okay. Libertarianism has failed. Kinda. Maybe we need to start asking some questions about all the dogma that we've been taught. We definitely need to start looking at practice. We need to see it praxis. How do we put this into practice? How are we going to get there? And if you're not concentrating on that now, you're getting left behind. You're by the time we figure it out and start getting it to work, you're going to be fighting against it because you got left behind, and you're going to feel bad about that. Figure out how this plays out in real life and figure out how we do it on the local level. I'm not even concentrating on national anymore. This is all about local. Figure it out. That's what we have to do. Theory is done. Theory is great. There you can read a couple books and have all the theory you need. Start figuring out how we put this into practice. That's all I have to say right now.
I'll make questionable decisions.